BarinderPal writes, "Hey guys, I'm just wondering, why would studios open 4 big films on the same weekend?" We're talking about June 10th, 2016. The films include The Conjuring 2, the Enfield Poltergeist, Now You See Me, the second act, Uncharted, and Warcraft. Do you think they will release all of these films on this day, or are some of them going to move? If yes, who will move their release date?
Yeah, I think one of them is going to move. Now, there's an interesting dynamic going on here in that you have a bunch of different movies that are going to be targeting very different demographics. So you've got The Conjuring 2, which is going to be targeting your horror audience. You got the Now You See Me thing, which is a totally different audience from that. But then you run into 2 that are going to have a problem with each other. And then you're running into Uncharted, and you're running into Warcraft, and those 2 are going to be trying to draw from the same pool. Mm-hmm. One of those has to move. Just one of them has to move. I think the other 2 are fine. And I think it's going to be the film that we really don't know anything about yet and doesn't seem to have much movement going on, which is Uncharted. I mean, that film is, as far as I know, it's sputtering. It's not, the development isn't happening. And even if Warcraft wasn't on this date, I do not see this movie making that 2016 release date. I think the earliest we're going to see this movie is 2017. So yeah, one will move, and I don't think it's going to be Warcraft. Shep, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, we don't even, who's in Uncharted?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's like
a bunch of emojis at this point.
Yeah, it's probably some Minecrafting is happening.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris Pine and Ryan Reynolds.
Chris Pine, emojis, and Minecraft.
Fighting each other. Uncharted 2, they're just putting the sequel out first. That's definitely going to move. The other 2 are definitely good counter programming for the day of Warcraft, so I definitely see that.
And that's what it's going to be, is the day of Warcraft. Look, I love The Conjuring. I'm excited about the sequel. Now You See Me was a fun little movie that I didn't think needed a sequel, but I think that some people might enjoy that in the theater. Warcraft has so much going for it right now. Even though I wasn't completely blown away by the footage I saw at Comic-Con, this movie is poised to be one of the big tent poles for this summer. So Uncharted, God love you. I think you're going to be a great movie once you get, people to be in it, but it's not going to happen June 10th, 2016. That's the one that's going to get off that docket, because 2 video game movies going against each other. And Warcraft, Uncharted has a huge fan base. A lot of people love playing Uncharted, but Warcraft is like a cult. Like, people need all things Warcraft. The only thing that would sink Warcraft is if players of Warcraft can't get away from their computers for 3 hours to go out and see the movie and then come back and start playing it again. That's going to be one of the biggest movies of the entire summer, and I think it's going to own that weekend.
A loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
Most important,
John Campia's playing Ritual.
That's all I'm going to say.
How many years did you do that?
Too many years. I don't even want to think about how many years.